Boom. We are live.
We are live. And let me
Welcome to the Dad and Drew Show, episode 2.
Dose.
We are live here on the Dad and Drew Show.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, pretty cool. I haven't talked to this guy in like a week. Well, face to face.
Yeah.
We have talked,
Via text
every once in a while here.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the Indiana Jones show there. We'll wait till we get some people going up in here before Dad and Drew Indie show. There we go. How's everybody doing today? What have you been up to, Drew?
Oh, baking.
Are you like a baking maniac now?
I'm a baking maniac. Well, what I've been doing lately, though, it's not even just baking. I've been like deep frying things. Because I have a little deep fryer. So
I saw you have a little deep fryer.
Yeah, I think the next few vlogs that are going to be coming out of mine are going to be something deep fried. Just because why not?
Why not? That's one of the things I had at one point and it never worked well and I threw it out. So then I just gave up. I murdered some fried chicken this week. Like, not well. It totally went from like, ooh, that's nice and brown to holy crap, that looks like coal.
What were you using? Were you using
Flour.
the air fry? No, but what do you mean?
Just regular old vegetable oil in a pan, trying to control the heat. I can never get it to cook the chicken before
the outside brown.
The outside is burned.
Yeah, I know.
I always end up with the opposite. And the only time I've ever been able to pull it off is I cheat and I use sous vide. So I sous vide the chicken first.
Now, what do you mean by sous vide?
Sous vide cooking is a French technique. They do it in all the restaurants. Yeah. But basically, you take a Ziploc bag or a food saver, you vacuum seal the food into a bag, and then you drop it in a temperature-controlled water bath.
Okay.
So this machine goes on top, and it circulates the water kind of like a hot tub.
Okay, yeah.
And it keeps it within like 0.1 of a degree of the temperature. So it's almost like braising, but you don't lose any liquids because it's sealed in a bag.
Okay.
And you can cook foods for extraordinarily long times and they get very tender and they all the flavor packs in them.
But it's not like boiling, right?
No, it's not like boiling because boiling would be like the water's exposed to the item and it's washing away all the flavor and the juices. Gotcha. This is sealed in a bag. It's almost like slow cooking, like smoking. Like when you put something on a grill and you smoke it like 225 for 10 hours.
Right.
Well, you can put this in like, 130, 120 for 10, 12, 36, 42 hours. And it just sits there in this little water bath. Wow. And it breaks down tough cuts of meat really well. Okay. It's also great for steaks. Like I throw in ribeye steaks at 130 degrees for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And they come out and they're perfectly medium rare. And all you have to do is sear them on the outside in a really hot pan. And it's the most tender, flavor-packed food you'd ever get.
Jeez, man. Maybe I should be a sous vide cook. I think that's pretty much the only way I can do it.
Dude, you can't mess it up. That's the thing about sous vide cooking.
Yeah.
Literally, it's putting food in a bag and sticking it in water and just letting time do the work.
Sure.
And then you get awesome food out of it.
Right.
All you have to do is put a crust on it. So you broil it or fry it or do something to get the texture because they come out very like
almost like soggy.
Not soggy, but they come out like gray and unattractive. Okay. And like there's no crispness or anything to the edge because it was just basically steamed almost. Think of like a steamed texture to the food.
Sure.
So you have to put something, fry it, pan fry it, broil it, grill it to get it. But dude, it's such a good cheat. It works so well.
That sounds awesome, dude. I got to try that.
Dude, and they're not expensive. They're like $70 now for the machine, and you stick it on a pot, and you can use like freezer Ziploc bags for short cooks.
Okay. So, but it's kind of like a crock pot almost, in a way. Like, well, in the sense that you can
that you can kind of set it and forget it kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
So like, I can like some of the things they cook for 12 hours or 8 hours. So you throw them in there in the morning, and then when it's time for dinner, you just pull it out of the bag and throw it in the oven and finish it off, and you're done.
That's awesome. I got to try that, man.
Dude, it's awesome. I got a couple of videos on there that show you how to do it and everything.
Well, you should put a link.
Go check out my channel.
Yeah, you should put a link to it, dude.
Go check out the channel.
Absolutely.
Dude, we got 4 people watching supposedly.
We do. Yeah, I don't have any
chats up yet.
Yeah, I don't either. If anybody's out there, say hi.
Say hi if you're out there. Let me say hi in the here. Let me just do a little.
Let's see if
oh, hey, what did you do there? Dad hit something crazy.
Don't unplug your laptop.
Don't unplug your laptop. So I threw a little hi out there. We'll see if that shows up. Oh, let's see. We got to go to. There we go. Live comments. We don't want that private chat like we did last time.
Yeah, I know. Right as soon as we went live, I went to the live comment.
Yep,
hey, but I wanted to tell you or ask you, behind you, is that the Pepsi bottle from? It is, isn't it?
That is Pepsi Next, man.
Oh my God, dude, that's awesome.
When Back to the Future released these in a limited supply, I ended up getting lucky and I got one on Amazon when they first released them.
Dude, that is so awesome. When did they release them?
They released it at the same time that they did the newspaper, the USA Today.
Okay.
With the cover that looked exactly like. I have a copy of that. I have to get it framed. I don't know where I have it at. It's somewhere in my house when I moved, but I have the actual paper that they released that has the actual front cover with Marty McFly arrested. And
that is so awesome, dude. I gotta ask, how much did that bottle cost you?
Dude, they weren't bad. They were like $30 when they came
that ain't
out.
Bad at all, man.
Yeah, it came in like this like big box and everything, and then then that's just the regular bottle.
Sure.
Dude, I love collectibles. I'm such a collectible idiot.
Yeah. No, I was for a long time, and then I had 2 kids, and then I was like, I have no more of this.
Yeah. Pretty much most of my collectibles stopped about a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I get one a year, maybe if I'm lucky. Some of these lightsabers, I'll grab one of those if, hey, it's my birthday.
Oh, yeah, my birthday's coming up. Maybe I can use that excuse, too.
So, yeah, that's usually my excuse to get something. It's like, oh, it's my birthday. Let me get one of those for me.
Why not, man?
But, yeah, we got supposedly 4 people in here, but somebody say hi if you're here. But today's Dad and Drew show is going to be all about Hollywood studios, and we're going to take a little virtual field trip. My daughter's been doing virtual school, and they do these little virtual field trips where they take people and they, she's going to do a butterfly garden or something, and they can click around. But so our virtual field trip is going to be literally, we're going to go watch. I recorded the last time I was there the entire Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. I had pretty good seats.
Nice.
And I recorded the whole shebang, soup to nuts, beginning to end. And I love that show.
I absolutely do too.
I'm a little bit I love Indiana Jones in particular, that whole series of movies to me. I love them. Yep. They're so steeped in like Star Wars-y people involved in them. Mm-hmm. I went back and I was rewatching some of the first one. I watched the very first one, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders, baby. Yep.
And as the beginning title crawl came on, it was just who's who of everybody's movies I love. Lucas, Spielberg. It has John Williams doing the music. It was written by, what's his name? Kasdan or whatever it is, the guy who did Empire. I mean, like, so many awesome people were involved in that movie. And I was just like, man.
Well, it's funny because I rewatched it today because I wanted to be fresh, wanted to be fresh.
Yes.
I hadn't seen it in a while. But it was funny, is like a couple things I noticed. One, and Veronica noticed it too. Oh my God, John Williams, dude, you listen to some of those scenes, some of the, what am I looking for? Like the emotional scenes or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can so hear Star Wars like that, like, conversations with like Luke and Leia and really, it was just awesome, dude. And then what I noticed too, besides the obvious like CGI, which is obviously better now. I mean, the movie was made in released in 1981. But if you watch that movie now, oh my God, man! Like you would not know that was almost 40 years old.
No,
like it's very, very impressive. It stands with the time,
because it's a period piece, and it was set back in the 40s.
Right,
they can get away with it not looking contemporary.
Right.
And that's one of those things with some of those movies that will make them look,
timeless.
Because it's set in that time period. So it's supposed to be all that time period. So everything kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I noticed is Indy is a mass murderer. Like, he has a body count behind him, man.
Yeah, he really does.
Like, most of them are Nazis.
They had it coming.
though I'm not too upset that he killed a bunch of Nazis.
No, I mean,
now he did kill a couple of guys in the market, the Arab guys. So
wrong place, wrong time.
That guy was asking for it with the sword. So I'm sorry, sorry, you're asking for it.
Absolutely.
And but yeah, I was like, the guy goes off the edge, like he hits somebody with a car, and a guy goes off a cliff, and I'm like, there were 5 dudes in that car. They're all dead.
Not anymore.
Like,
same with Marion, dude.
Oh yeah,
she like wipes out like with that
big gun.
The big gun. She's like, I'm gonna wipe these people out of the truck, and done.
And done. You're all dead.
And done.
I was like, man, these people kill a lot. They
really do. Well, but you gotta learn people, Jamie. Yeah. You got to learn that being a Nazi is not good.
No, it's not. It's very bad.
And messing with the Ark of the Covenant or whatever, Oh,
yeah, it was dangerous. It's dangerous. But it's still one of my all-time favorite movies. Love that movie.
Yeah, I love India. But I will say, and give me your opinion on this. Oh, man, the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Yeah, okay, I had to bring it up.
The aliens. It's an enjoyable movie if you just watch it to enjoy it. I'm not the biggest Shia LaBeouf fan.
That right there, that was my number one problem. And I don't mind him in other stuff, a few other things, but I didn't make sense in that one.
It didn't make sense, and he's a little annoying as the Mutt kid and whatnot. But it's got moments that it still feels indie-like.
Sure.
So I'm kind of okay with that.
Sure.
But not my favorite of the grouping. I'm really kind of the original. Whoa, hey. I'm kind of the original trilogy kind of guy. I love the first 3 movies really, really well.
Yep.
And I'll even give the 4th one kind of a pass.
At least it's more Indiana Jones.
Yeah, because I do like Sean Connery. Like, he's pretty good.
Sean Connery.
Love Best Sean Bond, Connery. Only Bond.
Yep.
He's my favorite. Actually, Daniel Craig did a very good job as Bond. I was very happy with his movies, the Bond movies.
Can I tell you something right now? I know who James Bond is. I have never once watched a James Bond movie. I just haven't. I don't know why.
Dude, that's crazy to me.
I never have.
As a kid whose name is James and last initial is B, I like that. Was it. I'm James Bond.
You're James
That's
Bond.
That's me. I'm James Bond. So I had to watch all those movies. I loved them.
All right. Well, if a person like me who's never seen one, which one? Obviously, you said Sean Connery. Is there more than one that have Sean Connery in it?
Yeah, Sean Connery did, I think, 3 or 4 of them.
Which one would you suggest me to watch?
I would start with the first one. I think it's, it's been forever. I think it's in Her Majesty's Service, or there's so many. There's like 45,000 movies of them.
Yeah. No, I'll look it up though. I'll have to check that out then.
Yeah, but definitely check out. Just watch the first Sean Connery one, and then like the Sammy's here.
Scammy
Skidoo.
Sammy Skidoo. What's happening?
Yes.
I gotta fix my hat. It's turned.
Yes, I got my Lucasfilm hat on for today because I
got my directorial hat.
Yes. Awesome. We got like 6 people in here. Let's go ahead and start the show.
Let's do it, Jamie.
All right. Let's add it to the stream. Boom. And Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. Here we go. Let's see if we got sound. You guys hear it?
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Awesome.
I hear it.
Dude, I love this show.
Yeah, me too. But he doesn't fall out of the ceiling anymore.
No, he comes out of that tunnel.
Which I'm wondering why they did that.
Probably because they had to cut the budget.
Maybe something bad happened. Maybe something bad happened.
The funny thing is, you sent those photos, which I'll show in a little bit. You actually got picked to be in this, right?
4 times.
4 times. Oh, my God. I've never been in it. I wanted to be in it so bad.
Well, I will tell you how to get in it after we watch this.
Oh. But the photo you showed was with this guy, the same guy who's doing this show.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
He doesn't really look like Harrison Ford, but
it doesn't matter. He's dressed.
It doesn't matter.
He's dressed like Indiana Jones.
He's dressed like Indiana Jones. And I love that they do this with all the practical effects, like how it shows like how movies used to really be made. Dr. No, that's what Pam Smith's saying. Yes.
Dr. No. Hey, Pam. Hey, Zach. I still don't know how to actually say hi on my keyboard yet.
No? I think you can just type post a comment in that chat thing at the very bottom. Okay. There should be something there that says post a comment. I don't know if you're allowed to or not.
Jeez, he almost got stabbed, dude.
Dude, he did.
How do I?
What's up, Jack Schmaltz? Dude, I'm going to butcher that. Schmalzer?
That's Zach. That's my boy Zach, man.
How do you pronounce it? You better know how to say it if I can.
Schmalzer, I'm guessing.
Schmalzer?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think Zach's still in quarantine, so.
And look, somebody we know here. We know that person.
Yeah, we do.
Dude.
That's a pretty woman right there.
Lucky man, lucky man.
Oh.
There we go. He's going to come out. There we go.
I thought he died, Jamie.
Dude, how bad would it be if he actually did die in the middle of a show?
That'd be horrible.
Would they just keep going?
Show must go on.
Would they wheel out the backup stunt guy?
Yeah, it's the real Harrison Ford.
The real Harrison Ford.
I'm really hoping that those axes don't come down, because that could be scary.
He's good, this guy.
No, he really is. Oh, seriously, man.
This is my favorite part. The swap.
Oh, yeah. Which always cracks me up because he dumps it out, like dumps a little bit of the sand out, and then puts it on. It doesn't matter anyway. Schmalzer.
And do you know Schmalzer? Okay.
Schmalzer. I was close, though.
So do you know what the name of that idol is actually?
I actually don't. Do you?
It's called the fertility idol. It's supposed to make the villagers would touch it and it would make them fertile to be able to have more children.
Okay.
What? You've never seen this show, Sammy?
Well, guess what? You get to watch it now, Sammy.
You can watch it with us.
And this is like one of my favorite parts.
Yes, dude. I want to do this. Like, I know they let you guys be extras, but like, let me do this part.
Yeah, I know. Let me beat Indiana Jones.
Yes. Dude, my daughter was freaking out during this. Like, eyes covered. Like, she's not a very adventurous little child.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, anything that happens that's kind of scary, she freaks out.
Oh!
Boom!
I don't think he's okay, man.
He
made it. He got me scared for a minute there.
He's all right.
I hope everybody else wasn't too scared.
See? It's the fertility idol. I have one.
Holy cow, look at that.
Mine doesn't release a boulder when I take it off the shelf.
Well, hopefully, in your case, if you're all done with kids, I hope it doesn't work.
We're going to Cairo. That's my favorite part. The market scene with the fighting.
Yeah. It's fun to watch it when you're out on that stage, man.
I can imagine being up that close. On this second unit. The guy's so good. All right, we got Schmalzer.
Sucks that he doesn't come out of the seal. Yeah, Zach, that's what I was saying. I don't know if you heard me say it earlier, man, but I agree. Like, that was a couple occasions I was waiting for him to come out, and then he's just standing. He was just, like, standing on the thing. I'm like, that was, like, intense part, you know?
I wonder why they cut that for real.
I think there must have been something along the lines of, like, this is getting a little too dangerous, that at some point
they jump off the tower.
Yeah, but you got to realize they jump off the tower
into an airbag.
Into an airbag. With this front one, or in the beginning in the front, there's nothing there. It's just cement. That's real cement too.
Oh, we're glad we get to watch it with you too, Sammy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That boulder looks cool, man. I want one for my backyard.
I wonder if they deflate that every night and pump it back up.
I don't know.
It's like the show is aging with Harrison Ford.
Dude, Harrison Ford still kicks butt in his movies, man. He's really a tough old man.
He is, and he's got a little tiny earring that always cracks me up.
And he's constantly crashing planes.
Yeah.
Like he's crashed quite a few planes.
Yeah, I know. And ironically enough, he flew the Millennium Falcon. So
yes.
It's
the extras portion.
Yeah, I'm telling you, anybody that's watching this right now, if you get a chance, do the be an extra. It's so much fun.
Yes. I'm hoping that everything will be able to be back by then for sure.
Mm-hmm.
They're already starting. They had a meeting today about phase 1 reopening for the state, where they're going to let restaurants open at 25% capacity and some other things and whatnot. And they're trying to move super fast. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's on Monday, right?
Monday. I'm not going out.
I'll think about it. I'll put on my helmet or something.
Okay, so you can go to a restaurant, but then the server still has to come to your table. They can't be 6 feet away from you.
Yeah, good point. Maybe they'll make it a buffet.
I'm interested to see what they do with this next Indiana Jones movie, where they go with it after the whole Crystal Skull debacle, where they nuked the fridge. That's like actually a movie term now called nuking the fridge. The fact that it's so improbable that just getting inside a refrigerator will save you from a nuclear blast.
Well, you know, if we've learned anything from Punky Brewster, if you get in an old refrigerator, you might get locked in there, you know?
Yeah. Fun fact, the original script for Back to the Future, the time machine, was like a refrigerator. And they decided that that was a bad idea.
Wow, good.
Because it would entice kids to get inside refrigerators, and it could be bad. Yeah. Right. So they switched it to the DeLorean,
which is an even worse idea, to make people think that they want to buy a DeLorean.
Well, the funniest thing is that, you know, the car has to get to 88 miles an hour and it can't get to 88 miles an hour.
Oh.
A stock DeLorean cannot go 88 miles an hour. It won't hit it.
That's ironic.
Yeah. I'm telling you, look it up.
Oh, look at that. Oh, she's dying, Jamie.
Oh, she's got the needle.
Oh, in her neck. She's got a dart in her neck.
I saw your picture. Did you get to do the death scene version?
Yes, I did.
Nice.
Yeah. I think I had a vlog about it.
Awesome. I love the costumes are so in depth.
Yeah. I just love just the whole set, man. The whole like movie set thing. It's just so.
To think about it, like we said, this movie, the first movie came out in '81.
Yeah.
And to me, these movies are still relevant. Like, I think I could show my kid this movie and she wouldn't be like, oh my God, what is this garbage you're showing me?
Yeah, no, it's timeless, man. It really is. And I mean, this show shows that it's, you know, the relevance of Indiana Jones show, because every time I go, the place is packed.
It's packed.
Every show, you know.
I've heard there's rumors that they're going to try and make like an expansion of the Indiana Jones portion and almost like an Indiana Jones land.
That'd be kind of cool, man.
Where there's, you know, like the different sets from the different movies and things like that, where you can go through, and like, I'd be down for that. I think that'd be cool, man.
Yeah. I mean,
you know, the Temple of Doom, like if they made a volcano that I could go in and they're lowering a person down, like, come on.
Taking your heart out.
Mortal Kombat Kano style.
And that part of that movie still freaks me out. Like, I'm from a kid, man. I remember seeing that as a kid going, what is going on? Let me see it again.
Yes.
Oh my God.
But yeah, no, I mean, I think he's like such a classic adventurer that I think it works. I'm sure they're going to try to figure out some sort of way to keep it going past this next one. There's got to be some sort of handoff. The original plan, I think, was to try to hand it off to Shia LaBeouf. And people so negatively reacted to like not that guy.
Yeah, just not that guy. I mean, find somebody.
Dude, they could have picked like Chris Pratt or one of the freaking Helmsworths or anybody other than.
I could see Chris Pratt, dude.
100%.
I could definitely see Chris Pratt. He has that kind of. Because Harrison Ford is funny, even in these, you know what I mean? In Indiana Jones, he's got this sense of humor that I think Chris Pratt is also kind of like that as well.
I think he could pull it off. There was rumors back in the day that he was going to take over and become the new Indiana Jones. Yeah. And they asked like Harrison Ford about it. And he's such like a grumpy old man, and he's like, "No, there's one Indiana Jones. When I die, he dies."
It's awesome. That's why Harrison Ford's the best, man. He's awesome.
He doesn't give a crap. They're like, "So, what do you think about Star Wars?" He's like, "Nah."
I don't know. I was in it again, I guess. I don't really remember. Now, here's a question I was going to ask you. Now, I'm a Star Wars fan, so Harrison Ford for me is Han Solo, right? Like, I think of Harrison Ford as Han Solo. Now, if you are, and this goes for anybody else listening too, if you're not a Star Wars fan or even an Indiana Jones fan per se, which role do you think is more iconic for the world? You know what I mean? Who do you think Harrison Ford, like if people are going to, know the guy.
I think if he walked out on the street, people would still go Han Solo.
You think so?
I think the Star Wars movies and the lore and the pull of Star Wars is still bigger than Indiana Jones.
Well, see, I agree with it being bigger. I just feel like the image of Indiana Jones is a little more prevalent.
Because he's the whole movie.
Yeah. Like, and that's what I was just thinking. I was just thinking about that earlier. Like, if I never, if you're not either fan of any of them, but like for me, I'm like, oh my God, it's Han Solo. But for somebody that.
I have a feeling if he walked out in the street in like some weird country, they would be like, it's Han Solo.
yeah, true.
These guys are great, man.
Oh, amazing. I don't know, athletes?
Yeah.
Acrobats? Athletes and acrobats?
Yeah. I have a friend of mine who lives in California who's an actual stuntman.
Really?
And the work they do is just amazing. He was in his biggest role I think he had was in Dunkirk, that war movie. So he was in there, and he's done a couple of other small parts, but it's like so hard to break into the stunt industry. But the fact that like he's been in a couple of big movies to him is like so awesome.
Oh, absolutely, man. They're doing the stunt guys are the ones, or stunt women as well, are doing like the real deal stuff you're seeing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you seen that the video Stunt Guys on Quarantine?
No.
Dude, it's hilarious.
Is it?
They take like a bunch of stunt guys and they pretend to like punch the camera. So like one guy will go like this, and then like the next guy will film a video and he'll be like, and he'll throw back, and it looks like he just got punched by the other guy. And then one guy will do a kick, and then one guy throws a toilet paper, and the other guy gets hits with. But they're all filmed in separate locations, and it's just these people stitched this video together of like 100 different stunt guys bored off their butt.
Gotcha. Okay. Kind of like the people that are like changing their clothes, and they're like,
and they like throw the makeup brush to the other person. Well, this one's the stunt guy version of that.
Gotcha.
Dude, these guys are awesome.
This part of the show, man, it blows me away, man.
Like, there's no harness on those people,
dude. It's like you could die. I mean, these people could really die.
Oh yeah. But this show's like, this is one of my must-do things when I go to Hollywood studios.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I have to go try to see the Indiana Jones show.
Me too. I love it. And I love movies. If you love movies, it's like you've got to go.
Because it's like a peek inside, like the background of what happens in a movie.
Mm-hmm. And it's impressive. I mean,
yeah. I ran out of Polar, so I've got mango bubbly this time.
Bubbly. Like, look at that, dude. That's insane.
Michael Bublé.
I got my coffee. And Pam out there knows where this cup came from. Thanks again, Pam. Oh, I hope they don't jump. They jumped.
Oh, no.
They broke stuff on the way down, it sounded like.
Your brother was a stunt driver? That's awesome, Sammy. I would love to be a stunt driver.
Oh, at Hollywood Studio? Oh, wait.
Lights, Motor, Action. Remember that old show?
Yeah. Oh, I love that show. Sad when they got rid of it. This is such a great part with Indiana Jones, man.
This is the most iconic part of all the movies to me.
And this was improv. This was improv by Harrison Ford. He was tired.
The entire. Whoop. Oh my God. Okay. Did we get a little loud there, guys? No, yeah, the whole crew was sick with like fever and upset stomach and whatnot. The whole crew was so sick that day, and he was supposed to like fight the guy and do all this stuff.
Yeah, it was like a big elaborate scene.
And he was just like, "Why don't I just shoot the sucker?" And they're like, "Okay, let's try that," and it was perfect.
One take,
boom, and it makes so much sense. Like
it really does. Why would
it's so in character?
Pickup shot on action, go into your shoulder roll, and take that sniper out again for me, okay?
And the fact that it was basically made up the day of the shoot because they were all sick is so cool.
That's movie magic, man.
Yep. Dude, I can't believe they really do blow stuff up here.
You can feel the heat, man.
Oh yeah.
When you're down on the set, you feel the heat, dude. It's crazy.
Carol, you guys ready? Thank you very much. Marketplace ready. Andrea.
Yeah, I had my my little 15 minutes of fame. I was a extra in the Too Fast, Too Furious movie.
Were you really? You never told me that.
Yeah. I was actually, we filmed for like 2 weeks down in Miami with our cars. And my car and me are in the movie, and a bunch of my friends and all my car club are in there.
Wow.
So you can actually see my big dumb face right on the beginning of the movie going.
That's awesome.
I'll have to show you sometimes.
Well, we should do it next week, man. But yeah, you know how you said like you can't believe they have like real fire and all that stuff? You have to sign a waiver before you go down for an extra.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. Probably in case you're an idiot and you do something stupid.
Oh, look, fire.
Yeah. Let me touch it. I want to touch it.
Yeah, it's like when we bring stuff in the house that hasn't been cleaned right now, we literally stand there and go, "Don't touch it, don't 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 touch it," to my daughter, because anything you bring in the house, she's like, "I want to touch that." The villain cars, oh, those were awesome cars. Those had a motorcycle engines in them, which is so cool. They didn't have engines in the front. They put the engine in the back, and it was like, oh, I have a Suzuki motorcycle.
That's why they sounded like that.
Yeah.
When you work with explosives, it's dangerous.
I love that.
I love that guy.
Because he isn't lying, dude.
He isn't. Tell him about it's expensive. That's what he's saying.
It's dangerous.
It is.
I bet you're surprised to learn more stunt people get hurt doing fight routines more than any other stunt. Fight sequences are complicated. You've seen that today.
Oh, you try to get close enough to hit somebody. Actually,
you got to make it look like you're hitting them.
Right. And you really got to swing.
Yeah.
You know what? I got some time with this.
Sammy, you're cracking me up. You're cracking me up.
Little Nemo reference. That's good. That's good.
That's perfect.
Nemo swimming out the sea.
I'm going to go touch the butt.
I'm going to go touch the butt.
This part's great.
I hope that guy, I hope he doesn't get hit.
I hope he doesn't get hit because I hope he signed the waiver.
Oh, he did. He did.
Yeah, boss. Grab me one of my guys that can really throw a punch. Really throw a punch, all right?
Yes.
Hey, Chad.
All right.
You can throw a punch.
Boss, I want you to
I can throw a punch.
Yeah.
My grandfather taught me.
Look, put your fist up if you're gonna fight someone. Look,
is it me or does that guy kind of look like the guy Putty from
from Seinfeld?
From Seinfeld.
Yeah, man.
Like when I saw this guy, I'm like, dude, Putty got jacked.
You didn't want to work on cars anymore.
No.
Mitchell, that's a little too big for this dip. Yeah, let me find.
And I wonder if other people get that reference to Seinfeld, because you and I are getting old. So
we are old, yes.
Yeah.
I want you to do a fight demonstration for me. Very simple one with the guests. Okay. Let me introduce you to Mitchell. Mitchell, this is Lena.
Everybody enjoying the show. I feel like I'm kind of there at Hollywood Studios. I miss it, and this kind of gives me like a little bit of a. I need that funnel cake that you cooked.
Yes.
And go check out Drew's vlog. He made a funnel cake, and it looked like a funnel cake. It looked perfect.
I didn't screw it up, which is awesome.
No. Ooh.
I don't think that's supposed to happen, Jamie.
I look like it hurt.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Uh-oh.
You really can get hurt if you just don't have the right timing.
Oh my God. Look at that guy. Ah.
What are you doing? Get up.
What are you doing? Get up.
I love how you hit somebody and you blame them. Quit hitting yourself.
Why are you hitting yourself? Oh.
Coordination.
Oh.
Where's the real level head?
I haven't made that one yet. I want to make the Dole Whip.
Yeah, the Dole Whip was good.
I haven't made any of the Disney recipes yet.
Shame on you, Jamie.
I know.
I know a guy who he's done a few vlogs about desserts, Disney desserts. That you can check out. Yeah.
I'll have to check those out. Did he do the churros?
I think he did like Star Wars churros, like lightsaber.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I would have to check that out.
Yeah,
That sounds right up my alley.
Yeah, it came out pretty good.
Is he dead?
I hope not.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's one of my stuntmen. This is Mitchell Warren.
Oh, they got me.
I thought he was a real person.
I thought he was a real extra.
Oh.
Yeah, Dad's been making all sorts of food, but I haven't been making any of the Disney recipes. My buddy Drew's been handling a lot of those, so I just filmed what was it? Pasta aglio olio, which was my grandmother's recipe, which she didn't leave me, so I had to figure it out.
Uh-oh.
It's an old school Italian dish. It's basically just pasta, oil, garlic, and a ton of red pepper flakes.
Oh, is that the one you were telling me about?
Like breathe fire hot.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I love it. Oh, Mike.
Flourless chocolate cake.
Dude, that's like magic to me. The fact that people make like flourless cakes and things like that, they're like magic.
Yeah. That is kind of magic. I like flour.
So do I. Gluten's your friend.
Except I know Pam is that's watching. If she's still watching, she is gluten free. She has she has to eat.
My dad is gluten free. Also, he's supposed to eat gluten free, but he cheats his butt off. Oh yeah. Because he doesn't have the celiac where he gets sick. He just gets like rashes and stuff like that. So he's like, no, I'm willing to do that for pizza.
Yep. No, I had a friend that was allergic to strawberries and constantly would just go, I'm eating strawberries. I love strawberries. And get rashes all over them.
I don't care.
I don't care. I'm doing it. I'm living.
Oh, man. These guys are awesome. That's a big dude.
That is
like,
big.
Either that Manny guy's really small or that's just a big dude.
Manny was probably, I think he's like 5'8".
Okay.
Not like super short. But yeah, you're right, Jamie. This is nice. I feel like I'm getting a little taste of Disney right now.
I know, like a little bit there. I got a little something. I've got a couple more. Some of this. I've got like I filmed the entire Soarin' ride. We could do Soarin' one day.
Yeah.
What else do I have? I've got the Festival of Fantasy Parade. I've got the whole one of that. We could watch one. We'll take virtual field trips to Disney every once in a while.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, I was pretty close. The footage is pretty good. I'm pretty proud of my cinematography skills here.
I will give it to you. It's not shaky or blurry or anything.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Oh my God. I was watching this and my daughter came out and the guy went in the fan in the not this part. Like I was watching the movie
Yeah.
Really, and she goes, oh.
And you're like, no, he's just painting. He's painting.
He ducked.
He fell through a trap door like in the show.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine, baby.
Bump.
Dude, and that's a decent sized fake plane.
It really is, dude. Like for a set, you know what I mean? Like a set piece.
And this, like, you know, all the palm trees in the back and everything it looks right.
Yeah. But, you know, even though, like, I'm sure those aren't super sharp, the fan blades or the propeller.
I'm sure if he fell into that,
that would not feel too good.
Would be an injury.
Yeah, because there's a couple times I see him when they're, you know, going around the plane. I'm like, dude.
Orange gluten-free cake.
Ooh.
Interesting.
You might have to send me that recipe.
I'm surprised that, like, Disney is on point with the gluten-free stuff. My dad never has a problem at any of the restaurants finding gluten-free food, even the quick services.
Yeah. No, they smartened up.
Now, I do feel like there's a ton of people who are like, I'm not eating gluten because it's bad for me. Like, they don't have any idea that there's nothing wrong with it unless you're allergic to it.
Yeah, right. No, like a choice. People just make a choice.
Yeah, they're like, no, I'm not eating gluten.
And Pam, no, his dad is not celiac. He is, but not with the nausea.
My dad is celiac, but the only thing he gets from it is rashes. So he's willing to cheat for rashes. Even because, I mean, like, just fighting on top of that plane like that is tough.
If you fall down and push your ass along, or
here we go.
Like right here, like I'm like right there, man. If he doesn't fall down in time.
No.
Uh-oh, what's gonna happen here? Yeah, shoot him.
There we go. Shoot everything. See?
Great, Marion.
Lots of murder, Marion.
Yeah, get him.
There we go. Get him. And that's one of the other things I liked about Indy. Like, he's not like a karate tough guy. Like, he just slugs it out.
Yeah. Well, and I also like the fact that it's realistic, where he's fighting this guy, and there's no way he's going to win against this guy. Like in a fist-to-fist.
In a real straight-up fist fight, he's not going to beat the guy.
Just not going to happen, dude. Oh, here we go.
They have to run through fire. Whoop. There we go. There we go. And
get her out.
Get her out. Where's the big explosion?
Come on. 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Boom.
Yes. Bravo. So good.
So good. I wish I was at Disney's Hollywood Studios, buddy.
I did too. Oh,
the kiddo. Oh, look at these idiots.
Hey, look at those idiots.
Gotta love those two idiots. All right, and then I have something else here we're going to show. This is a video that Drew sent me. Let's see here.
Oh, God.
There we go. Here we go. And Chrome tab.
I hope it was the appropriate one.
I hope so, because it would be better. I don't need. Hey, you sent me it.
That's true. Oh, yeah. Is this?
So we got.
This is my death scene, dude.
I want them to see you show. When you see pain, agony, struggle before you kick the buckets. Can you do that for me, Drew? All right, here we go. Loading the
Here we go.
Got my Mickey ears on.
Death scene. Act it up, Drew.
Why'd you go to the belly? He shot you in the neck.
No, I got hit in the belly.
Oh, okay.
It ricocheted.
Ricocheted. Okay, I see.
Oh no! Oh, the hand. That's good stuff, Drew. Oh, you're showing. Oh, whoa!
Yes. I died.
Why is she filming over there? What was happening over there? Why are we filming those people?
I don't
Drew's
know.
on stage.
I know. I'm the
Take
star
this up
right
with
now,
Cachita.
Jeez.
Very nice.
Yeah, so that was my death scene. And super fun. And I realized if anybody wants to get onto the show, this is my tip, Jamie. This is my big tip. You want to get on the show, get a fast pass.
Okay.
For the show, and get there, pretty much right when the fast pass, when you're supposed to be there for your fast pass.
Okay.
And you can get in there, and you're going to get close enough to the stage to basically when they call for who wants to come and be an extra, you just jump up and start freaking out like a total idiot.
Oh, they go for the idiots.
They go for the idiots, but they also go for people that are close enough. So if you're like way back,
so you don't have to like run from the top.
Like they don't want you to like crawling through people. They're going to do it real easy.
Gotcha.
And I also figured out if you want to be the guy or girl who does the death scene, you have to be the second to last person when they lead you down onto the stage.
Ah.
Yep.
Because the last person is the stunt guy.
The last person's the stunt guy. And they always pick the person, like when you're standing there, I'll be like in line and I'll be the stunt guy's on my left. And then I'll be the second in line. They always pick that guy for whatever reason.
So here's some pictures Drew sent me.
Yeah. And this is if you, after the show, just stick around for a little while. Down near the floor, and then just be like, "Hey, can I get a picture with you?" And
awesome.
They're really cool about it.
Drew and his death scene.
Look at me,
an amazing thespian you are, my friend.
Thank you. Years and years of training, Jamie, for that moment, for my death scene.
Amazing.
Thank you.
So that was our little virtual field trip over to the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. I can't spell the word spectacular. I sent Drew a thumbnail earlier this week. I'm like, hey, here, share this out. I think I wrote spectacular.
He did. It was like SPEA, a couple other letters in there. I don't know. I just looked at it and I was like, that ain't right, Jamie.
It was the Spackle-tacular, which is a totally different show with a guy and a thing spackle.
He's doing spackle on his house, and that's for another show. Maybe next Wednesday or whatever we do our next show.
Yeah, our spectacular,
our
spackle-tacular. So I figure since we're talking indie, I might as well grab my little. This is I got into vinylmation collecting.
Oh my god!
They're okay.
Looks like
I got into vinylmation collecting a while ago, and this is the entire Indiana Jones Series 1 vinylmation set. So it's got all the hits. We got Sala on there. We got the German. We got Marion. We got a couple different indies. The Fertility Idol. He's even got his little staff with the stone to show where you get. Oh, yeah. But this is one of my little prize collections. I love this thing. I got a bunch of Star Wars ones, but that's my only indie one. But I love that thing.
I realize I need to get something Indiana Jones now.
Yeah.
I really do. Like, I love Indiana Jones, and I don't know why.
I've always wanted the whip.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a feeling I would really get in trouble with it.
I'd break something, for sure.
I'd break something, someone, or me.
Probably you. I'm guessing you.
I would injure myself. I injure myself all the time.
Can I tell you a quick story about how I injured myself?
Sure.
This is how injury-prone I am. So I was working at a hotel, and they had a hose that had a leak in it. And they were like, hey, can you put duct tape around it? And I said, okay, sure. And this was like 2 minutes after I punched in. I hadn't had any coffee. So I'm taking the duct tape and wrapping it around real tight. And I got to about right here, and the duct tape snapped, and I punched myself.
Punch yourself in the face.
Split my lip open, man. Blood.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
That's why I can never have anything nice. I always ruin
Very
it.
Nice.
I ruin that, you know.
Do you know why I can't use my thumb for the thing when you do the Disney pass? Because I barely have a thumbprint.
Really?
I've cut my thumb tip off I don't know how many times, when I was in art school.
Oh, okay.
With an X-Acto blade, because when I went to art school, I was young enough that you had to actually do these things called mechanicals. So if you were to make a picture and there was 4 different colors, you'd have to trace out the color, cut it out, and do like an overlay. And you had to do all this hand cutting. Well, you had to do it with a really sharp X-Acto blade. So I was going, and I would constantly lob the end of my thumb off.
That does not sound fun. That's why I was never an artist in college.
Yeah. So let's talk about Hollywood studios.
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it. We had our field trip.
We did. That was fun.
That's one thing that both of us agree. That's one of our must-do things we always have to do is go to Hollywood studios, do the Indie Stunt Show.
Yeah.
It's perfect. As soon as you walk out or before you go in,
I know where you're going with this.
Epic Eats.
Yep.
Get yourself your lovely little funnel cake. Mickey or strawberry, either one are awesome.
Yes, they are.
You can go check out our last talk where we did our favorite foods, and you can see both of those in there. But the funnel cakes are just better.
So good.
They taste better. They're bigger. They're cheaper.
They're cheaper, which I don't understand. I honestly don't understand with the Disney company how you can have at Epcot they're more expensive and they're smaller, and then at Hollywood they're bigger and cheaper. I don't, and better and better.
And better. They just somehow also taste better. Oh, I don't understand it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't really know why they do that. Super good though.
So for me, honestly, Hollywood Studios is probably my favorite park.
Really?
Yeah, I would pick Hollywood Studios as my favorite park out of all the parks. It was always up there. It wasn't would have been my favorite park before they put in Star Wars, but after they put in that, it just pushed it over the top for me. And then I was like, it's got some of the best foods. So run down the list of what's there. They got the Epic Eats funnel cakes, which are better than any of the other ones. They've got the Jack's Num Num cookie.
Yes, they do.
They've got Ronto wraps.
So good. If you haven't had a Ronto wrap, guys, get one of those. Jamie turned me on to them.
Dude, so they've got those. And then I haven't had it, which I one of the things I need to go is, according to the Diz Jabber, they have a peanut butter and jelly milkshake.
Yeah, that's over at
the 50s prime time.
Yeah. And you can get that to go, right?
And you can get it to go, apparently. They gave it to him in a to-go cup. And it is supposed to be amazing.
Yeah.
So they've got that. Yes, you have to try our Ronto wrap.
Yep.
It is amazing.
Jamie made me try it, and I thanked him for it. It's super delicious. If you like hot dogs, I love hot dogs. This is like a hot dog times 20. It's just so good.
And then with the pita bread and all the stuff they add to it, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So they've got that. They've got all the Star Wars. They've got Smuggler's Run, which is my favorite ride right now.
Amen to that.
I have still not gotten onto
Rise of the Resistance.
Rise of the Resistance yet, which pisses me off.
Yeah, that bothered me. I don't even want to get into my story of what happened the day that we were supposed to go with my son. Yeah, that was terrible.
Oh, look at that! Come on,
look at that. That is so good.
That cookie, one of the top things I've had at a Disney park, period.
And I told you that was the best. That's the best cookie I have ever had.
Yeah.
Like it just
hands down, so good. But poor Kachita, man. What is bum bum?
Bum bum yum.
Bum bum yum. What is that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Drew, what do you guys got going on over there?
I don't know, but I'm not involved in it apparently. Because I'm finding out with you guys.
Drew's figuring out what bum bum yum is
like,
too.
Bum bum yum. And she said, darn the auto correct or whatever.
I want to know what it was supposed to say now.
I don't know. I'm gonna just say it had something to do with a cookie.
Cookie.
There we go. Num num yum.
Num num yum. Okay. And then they've got this thing.
Now what?
Which
what
you
is
don't
that?
drink.
No, I don't.
So, but this is called Fuzzy Tauntaun. And it's some sort of fruity drink in the cantina. And it has a tingling foam on the top.
Interesting.
And it's made with a Szechuan pepper.
Ooh, really?
And they use this Szechuan pepper and they make the foam out of it. And literally your lips are going.
So it's spicy.
No. It does not taste spicy. It just makes your lips tingle.
Okay.
Like somebody has made them go to sleep.
Okay. That's so weird.
It's the weirdest sensation I've ever had. I think they sell a non-alcoholic version of it.
I was just going to say, now,
because the foam is not alcoholic.
Right. Well, because I feel like there's some places that I wanted to get just the virgin option or whatever it was, and they were like, we can't, because it's like already pre-mixed or something.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of them. They get like a pre-mixed of
which I get, but maybe not there, because I think they have like
they do have virgin ones and in the back, stuff like that. There, yeah.
What I tried there that it was awesome was the Carbonite Freeze.
Oh, okay. I haven't had that one.
Oh, are you serious, dude? Oh my God, that is so awesome. That is such
that sounds good.
I have it. I don't know if we can look it up on my vlog, but yeah, no, man, it comes out and it's like bubbling. It's like smoke coming out of it.
Ooh.
Oh, it's really. I have it in one of my vlogs. I forget which one it is, but it is the coolest looking drink I've ever seen in my life. Hands down, man. It is awesome. I'll have to show you.
Very nice.
I'll send you something.
So funny things. Since I've had my daughter, we don't get to ride rides. I've never been on the Toy Story Slinky Dog Dash. Never.
Blows my mind.
Never been on it. Like, there are so many rides at Disney I haven't been on. I haven't been on Everest.
Well, that's a great ride. I can't go on that ride anymore. I don't know if I told you about that.
You've been banned? So sad.
Yeah. They were like, dude, you can't be touching the
stop fondling the Yeti, please.
Stop touching the damn Yeti, man. No, there's certain rides I can't go on because honestly, it was like 6 years ago. I had gone on Everest with my son. Everything was fine. Everything was fine. And then I went on it a second time that day and I got off it and I felt so messed up. And my son was even like, oh yeah, no, my son was like, are you okay, Dad? Yeah. And I'm like, oh yeah. I'm trying to act all tough. But I felt, but I was all, but dude, like my head was just like, ugh, I didn't feel right. And I ended up getting back to Maine, went to the doctor, explained what happened. And she goes, you got vertigo. Now, if anybody doesn't know what vertigo is, it is something that messes with your inner ear canal. And basically, while you're sitting up and whatever, it feels like everything's moving.
Really?
Like, oh my God, it's horrible. And I tried it again, and the same thing happened, and I got vertigo off it. So I can't go on that.
There's something about the motion of that particular ride.
That ride, Space Mountain, and
Space Mountain. That's like one of my favorite rides.
Same thing happened, man. I went on it a few times, love it, and then I went on it that one last time, and I was like, I can't do it anymore. But anyway. Enough of my ranting and raving. What else haven't you been on, man?
Dude, I haven't been on a lot of stuff. Any of the new stuff, like Mine Train, never been on it.
Oh, you got to. That's a good one.
Any of the like thrilly rides. Like I've done Rock and Roller Coaster because it's old. So I was able to do that before things. And the like Tower of Terror I've done because it's old. Right. I did it when I was younger, but yeah, there's so many things I just had. Because all we do when we go to Disney, literally we eat, we meet characters, and we shop. That's pretty much what my kid wants to do. So that's what we do.
Well, what we might have to do, Jamie, so we can break you in a little bit, we're going to have to do like a live Dad and Drew show.
Oh, and ride all the rides.
And we'll go around and ride all the rides when the park's
and watch you get vertigo.
And watch me get vertigo and walk like this. As Dad's laughing at me.
So back to Hollywood Studios. So to me, it's one of my favorite parks. It's got all the Star Wars stuff. It's got great food. The Star Wars show with the fireworks and everything and the projection at the end of the night is the Galaxy or whatever it's called. is such a great show. There's just so much fun in that little park.
Yeah.
That it's one of my favorites because I could stay in the Star Wars area and Launch Bay pretty much all day and just be happy.
All right.
But now they've got Runaway Railway, which
awesome.
I thought was an awesome ride.
Yeah. Because you never liked.
I was not a great movie ride fan. I mean, like there was like the indie scene, which was kind of cool. But other than that, I was like, this is Mondo boring.
Okay, I get it.
Like it's like the animatronics were so old and so outdated, and most of the movies were irrelevant.
Now, my question is, because I wondered this after they put in Mickey, how would you have felt if they said, "Hey, we're gonna take relevant movies now, we're gonna update it"?
That would have been fine. I would have been cool with that if they would have swapped out and put like newer properties and things like that and made it new animatronics and stuff like that.
Right.
I would have been totally fine with that.
Yeah.
But in its incarnation, it was there.
Yeah.
I'm not sad it's gone.
I loved it. Absolutely loved it because I love some of the classic movies they had.
Right.
But I'll tell you, if anything, if they weren't going to update it, that Mickey ride,
it's a great ride.
It is a wonderful ride.
It's a great ride.
And besides the actual ride, because I went on it a couple times, I started looking at the details on like just everything in there, and it blows me away how much they made that look like a cartoon.
Yeah,
like the cartoon. It's impressive.
It's very cartoony. I love it.
Yeah, no, and fun. It's just a fun ride.
And I can also tell you where the hiddenest hidden Mickey of all hidden Mickeys is, and it's in Hollywood Studios. Yeah.
Do tell.
Go into the Star Wars launch bay.
Okay.
When they walk you in, you go through that main little hallway, you go past the little theater, and then right when you walk in where there's the ships, so they've got the Slave One and a couple other ships in there. In the back, they've got the Tanteen 4 or 5, I think it's Tanteen 5, Leia's ship, the big long ship. If you go to the end on the right-hand side and look in the window, you have to use a flashlight. Look through the window of that little model ship. On the wall, there is a poster of Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse dressed as Luke and Leia.
Wow.
And it's like this Star Wars poster of Mickey and Minnie. And it's on the wall of the inside of the model through this tiny little window. And it is the most hidden Mickey of all hidden Mickeys.
How in the world did you find that? Did you spend a lot of time in that room?
No. We were lucky enough. We did the guided Star Wars tour when they were doing it.
Okay. Yeah.
And we did the guided foot tour where they took us around and they showed us different things from Star Wars. And we got to like cut the line for, the Star Tours and all that stuff. And if you had a kid with you, they could have gone and done the Jedi training. So it was this like walking tour, and they gave you like name tags and Arabesh and all this stuff. It was really cool.
Yeah.
And our guide showed us that in there.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, if you don't know, there is no way anyone discovers that.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, Miss, I have not been on that either because I can't get a fast pass and I refuse to wait for 3 hours.
So I am not a very patient man, and I love my wife. So she kept bugging me to wait in the line for Flight of Passage. And I'm like, well, let's try to get a fast pass. And we could never get a fast pass. And then finally she's like, can we go tomorrow? And I said, fine. Let's go tomorrow. And I told her, I said, if the line is any longer than 2 hours, I don't care if it's 2 hours and 1 minute. 2 hours. That is it.
That was the max. You had
that
2.
Is the max. We get there, and of course it was 2 hours. And I was like, I gotta wait. But we waited, and it's a pretty long wait. But holy cow, man!
Because I love Soarin', and I've heard it's like Soarin' on crack.
It is Soarin' on steroids, man.
Yeah,
it's very like Soarin'. You feel like you're there and you're flying and all that stuff. This is like way more immersive. Like you're like in it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're like in this. Yeah, it blew me away. And when it first started, I was like, "Oh, here comes the vertigo. I'm gonna get vertigo on this thing." But I got off it, and I was fine. Nope, I was fine because I'm willing to try something until it gives me vertigo.
Until it gives you vertigo,
and then I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all set." After that,
I'm good. I've done it once. I don't need to do it again.
Yeah, I can say I've done it. Like I will never go. Sorry, I know we're in Hollywood Studios, but over at Magic Kingdom, the Astro Orbiter.
Ah, yeah.
Dude, I got so sick on that. Oh. Because it's just, dude, it's like, yeah. But anyway.
Well, like, I don't know if I can even handle like roller coasters. I used to go on roller coasters a ton when I was a kid, but then even like the latest, like kind of fast ride, I was like, ooh.
Like you feel like nauseous or
like just kind of like, yeah, this isn't right.
But let me tell you though, you have to. I understand where you're coming from with that, but if you go on anything, you got to go on the Snow White roller coaster because I've
heard that one's good.
It's not. It's so smooth, man. Like because the cart, like a normal roller coaster, it just turns and like that. This is on like the actual cart like does this.
Okay.
So when you're taking corners, it's really smooth. It's not like because I hate
jerky.
Like jerky where you're gonna like pull your neck or something.
Right.
Really, really smooth. But that one's definitely one to go.
So what's your best things at Hollywood Studios? What do you like about Hollywood?
My best things at Hollywood Studios, like we said, the stunt show. I really, really love the Walt Disney when you're heading over to a like Toy Story Land.
Yeah.
I love walking in and looking at all the old Walt Disney stuff. The room.
Oh, yeah.
What is that called? I forget it. I'm so terrible with that. What is it? One Man's Dream?
One Man's Dream or something, yeah.
One Man's Dream. And I know for younger people, they're like, it's boring. I love it because it has like...
That's where they did the preview of the Star Wars land. They had the full-scale models in there.
Did they really?
Towards the back, yeah. So you'd walk through the beginning, and then at the back, they had like a giant Millennium Falcon model. And I was like...
Give me that. Give me that.
Break through the glass.
Give me that. Yeah, no, like I love that though, because they have like some stuff like I think it was from like a short or something that Walt made. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like the building.
Yeah.
This little building. Oh my God, man. I love that.
They have all like these little models and stuff
little
in there.
Intricate,
awesome.
Yeah, like little intricate windows and stuff like that, which I thought was awesome. And that same place, every now and again, I love that they have you can go see a movie preview.
Yes.
Like I saw a preview of, it was like, I don't know, 9 minutes of the Aladdin movie before it came out.
Yes.
And I like that about Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, the Disney history stuff. The Mouse and the Magic Nail. The Disney history stuff is awesome there.
Oh, super cool, man. And then obviously Galaxy's Edge, man, blows my mind every time. Every time I walk in there, I'm just like, oh, this is awesome. I mean, I got a Chewie shirt.
It's still a little bit hurtful to me that, like, I guess I saw the story this week that they said the original plans were to base it off of Endor and Tatooine.
Mm.
And if they had done that, I would have never left. Like, I would have still been there right now.
Yeah.
Like Mos Eisley's Cantina and the trees with the Ewoks. Oh my God. I know the theory and the reasoning they wanted to make it its own new thing, but which I honestly, I think that's why it slightly failed. Yep. It wasn't as big as they thought it was going to be.
Because dude, it's like, I understand you're trying to build something that it's its own thing, and then Disney can like make movies regarding some of the stuff in Galaxy's Edge and kind of pertain it. I get that. But for the people, for your Star Wars fans,
right?
When you're telling us that you're going to have a Star Wars land, I want to see the cantina. I want to see the cantina band. I want to see, I want to see all that kind of stuff. Not
a new cantina that I've never seen.
Right. That it slightly resembles what a space, cantina would look like,
right?
Or whatever. But I think money must have been a factor, to be honest.
No, I think and it was a misstep in my opinion. They were literally trying to build their own thing that would be outside of like reliving old experiences. So like everyone could have their own new experience that wasn't specific to the movie so they could carry it on and do new things and it wouldn't feel dated at all.
Yeah,
but
true.
I want it to feel dated. I want Han Solo walking around. Okay, you've got Daisy Ridley walking around.
Right.
And you've got Kylo Ren walking around.
Mm-hmm.
And why can't I have Han Solo walk around?
Agreed. No, I agree.
Kylo Ren is dead.
Yeah.
Because that was their whole whole thing. Like they were trying to stay within canon and the period of the movies. So it was all like, well, this is what's happening now. So that's why there's these characters and these things, because it's all within this current universe. Well, that dude's dead.
Right.
So if he can be dead and walking around, then Han Solo can come the frick around the corner with Chewie and I can lose it.
Yeah, because logic is pretty much
out the window.
Out the window, man. Well, and I don't know how you felt. Millennium Falcon is my favorite ride right now.
Yeah.
At any Disney park. I absolutely love it.
Yes.
Hey, Mouse and the Magic. I absolutely love it. The one thing I hate is when I walked in to hear some guy start talking to me on a balcony that looked like he was from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, so now that didn't hurt me because I know that guy.
Okay.
From the Star Wars Rebels series. So for me, who was a fan of the Star Wars Rebels series,
sure, it
was kind of cool that they brought Hondo Ohnaka in there. And I was like, oh my God, that's the guy from the cartoons.
Right. Well, then, but let me ask you a question though. In the cartoon, the attire, the colors, did it not seem like it was out of place in a Star Wars realm?
No, he's like this space pirate, basically.
Okay.
So he's like very, like he fits with that piratey theme.
Okay.
And, with the tentacles and everything, know. So he's actually a really cool character in the show.
Okay. Well, because when I walked in, I'm like, what is going on here, man? Like this felt wrong. It just felt wrong because I guess I wasn't expecting it.
Well, because if you weren't a fan of the cartoons and hadn't watched all their cartoons, and I think that's where they made some mistakes. They pandered to like some really deep dive cut type stuff of people who the general Star Wars person's like, who's that guy?
Yeah, right.
So
you get a newbie pilot and they're all over the place and it makes you feel sick.
Yes. I had a 6-year-old as a co-pilot and he attempted to hit everything, like literally hit everything you could hit. I think he was trying, but we got to try Chewie mode.
Yeah, I know. I got to try that.
But you need an entire crew. You need 6 people because all 6 people have to be down to do it, and you all have to hit things at the right time to get it to work.
And the question is, Jamie, do we know 6 people that can be trustworthy enough to pull it off?
No. You've got me in the mix. I'm going to hit the wrong button. Guaranteed. They're going to be like, hit the blue thing and then do the lever. I'm going to be like, the lever and the blue thing. No, that wasn't what you were supposed to do.
I'm just going to start grabbing your stuff and be like, oh, I thought you said to grab Jamie's. Yeah, no, but it'd be worth trying.
The right pilot, that's the one to be on that ride.
Because you get
to put it into light speed.
Yep. And like you said, if that was all I got to do.
If that was the entire ride was like, hello, welcome to the Millennium Falcon. Sit right here, push that lever, put it in light speed. Thank you. All right, great. That was fun. Let's go. I'd be like, ride achieved.
Yep, absolutely. But yeah, no, I've been on some rides with some people that were
engineer useless.
What? Yeah, what is that?
Useless.
Well, no, that's for people filming.
That's for people filming. I don't even know why they decided to put that in there because they're like, we need to get 6 people in here because that'll increase the capacity of running the line through. So like, what can we make 2 people do that is pointless? Engineers.
No, you know what they did it for? People that don't know how to do anything, and they're going to screw it up.
Grandma.
They'll like sit in the back. You're going to be the engineer.
Like, we've got Grandma with us. Put Grandma on the engineer station.
And then you got Grandma going, I want that pilot. I want that pilot.
I think there were so many missed opportunities. There should have been a gunner with the handles and the chair that swivels around.
That's what I thought was going to be it. I thought that was what was going to happen.
If it had that, you would have a 20-hour wait.
Mm-hmm. And you'd have fist fights with people going, I don't want to be the pilot.
You can fly it. I don't care.
I want to be the gunner.
Right. I don't understand how that did not make it into the ride.
But like you said, the same reason why it's not the Star Wars land that I think we all had envisioned. But my God, it's one of those things, though. It's like Indiana Jones's 4th movie. It's not great, but
it's still there for me, and it's still I still see it's still got Chewie. It's still got the Falcon. It still has lightsabers. Stormtroopers walking around hassling people. And I think that's awesome how they have the interactions built with that. And that the people stay in character.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got the Imperial guys walking around questioning people. Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
I wish the whole parks were like that. Like they would literally theme it. And it was literally like cosplaying almost.
Yeah.
LARPing the entire day. It would perfect. Yes, Mike, it is confusing with the up, down, reverse thing. I don't know why they did that. It should have just been left is left, right is right, up is up, down is down.
Well, I guess that's not how
it would be if you flew something, but
yeah, especially the Falcon, you know. Maybe that's why it's a hunk of junk. I don't know.
It is fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy, though.
Yeah. 12 parsecs, man.
12 parsecs. and I've noticed, like, I went through it in Solo, they referenced Black Spire Outpost.
Do they really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes.
There's a scene where his robot, the one who ends up becoming the Falcon, says something like, "Oh, well, you couldn't even find the Black Spires of Batuu," or something like that. She makes a joke about Batuu and Black Spires, and I'm like,
"You're like, wait a minute."
And then in the Rebels that I'm watching, some of the people, I forget, Rebels or somebody was like, "Hey, we got to go get a blurg fire," and a blurg fire is one of the drinks in the Batuu cantina. And I'm like, holy crap! Like they're like subtly dropping hints to it to try and connect it.
Connect it all, yeah. Well, so speaking of the Solo movie,
I thought it was a great movie,
dude. I gave it between 1 and 10, a 10, man, all day long.
I was
people bashed it. I don't know.
I don't understand why. I thought the guy they picked to play Han Solo did a great job.
Perfect.
He nailed young Han Solo.
Yep. Do you know who I thought was going to ruin the movie? To be honest with you,
who?
Woody Harrelson.
Okay. I actually like him a lot.
I like him, but I couldn't see how he was going to fit into a Solo movie or a Star Wars movie.
Gotcha.
It just didn't make sense to me, and I absolutely take back anything I ever thought or said because I was like, oh, absolutely, he is.
And then to end it with the Darth Maul cameo.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
And my favorite for that whole movie, man, is getting to see Chewbacca like an animal.
Yes.
To show you Chewbacca's not just some
funny furry teddy bear.
Fluffy guy. No, this dude will tear your head off, dude.
There's a reason they're like, let the Wookiee win.
Yeah, right. And they showed it. It was awesome. He like came out and he had like mud all over him. And, oh my God, man.
And Donald Glover nailed young Lando.
Yep.
Like total, like I could 100%. That was young Lando Calrissian.
Absolutely. No, the casting, whoever did casting
and everything. I thought that was just a marketing issue that screwed that up. It was too close to the other movies. People were fatigued, and it got like some bad press in the beginning, and I think it scared people off.
Oh, it's just so crazy. It's so good.
It's such a good movie. It's one of my favorite of the new movies.
Yep. I think that's my second favorite of the new movies. My first favorite of the new movies, Rogue One.
Rogue One's a fantastic movie.
Long, man. All day long. That had that good Star Wars gritty feel. Like what didn't have the so much CGI. It felt more real and tangible and just raw. It felt like an old Star Wars movie.
The last 2 minutes of that movie where they showed Vader just wreck house.
Oh, dude, it was awesome.
In that hallway was enough for me.
Yeah.
Like literally that could have been the whole movie. And I'm like, I'd pay for that again.
Yeah. But dude, they took a movie about some nobodies in a sense, and made you fall in love with these darn characters, man.
And then killed everybody.
And then kill everybody. And what's crazy is like just in my brain, I didn't even see it coming.
Right. You knew they weren't going to live. I mean, you go into it knowing that because they can't.
But in a part of you, you're kind of like, nah, they might get away.
Maybe they hid in a refrigerator or something.
Oh, look at that, man.
Brought it back.
All the way back around, dude. You're good.
I'm good. It's like I've done this before.
You're good. Yeah, and not a Hollywood ending. Exactly.
And not a Hollywood ending at all.
No,
but yeah, to me, I love those movies. And then I'm fully obsessed with The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
This has devolved into Star Wars talk, but that's fine with me.
Certainly has.
Dude, I am fully obsessed with that show.
I am
Those two people, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni did all the Rebels and the Clone Wars and all that stuff. And he was like handpicked by Lucas to like kind of be his Padawan. And really, like, that dude knows more about Star Wars than anybody.
George Lucas.
And like, he is on point. And I didn't know how much of a fan Jon Favreau was and how deep he is into it.
Yeah, no,
he has a deep, profound love for it.
Yeah.
And the way that they've crafted that it's so, like you said, it's so Star Wars.
Yes.
It's not polished.
No, it's
rough. It's raw. It's kind of a little dirty.
And I love, like in The Mandalorian too, they have a way. I don't know how they do it, but I know how I feel about it when I watch it. There's like this emptiness.
Yeah.
It like The Mandalorian's journey, man. It's just like empty, vacant, like, oh my God, man. Tough life to have to live, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. Like,
he's just a rough dude and he's got this hard thing to go through. And it's just, he's a bad guy, but you root for him. And I always like those like anti-hero kind of people.
Yeah.
Like you end up playing for it.
Almost like a vigilante. Yeah. So I'm a bad
man. So if you haven't seen The Mandalorian, tune out right now. Go ahead and break off and come back because I'm going to spoil one part. There is
spoiler
alert. There is in that series. It was like the most epic Star Wars moment of almost all the movies and everything that I've seen. There is the scene where he has the kid and they're trying to kill him and everybody, all the bounty hunters are trying to kill him and he's completely surrounded and like, this is the end. It's over. He's out of ammo. Like it's as end as it can get. And they're getting ready to kill him.
Get down, man.
And you look over the horizon and they show just all the Mandalorians come up with their jetpacks over the horizon and just start blasting people.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it's shot and scored. And like, I literally jumped up out of the sofa and was like, yes! Like I lost it. I was like, that was just the scene. Because you've only ever seen really like one Mandalorian with the jetpack. Like really, it's just kind of like Boba Fett does his thing. But to see all of them like that come up and over and just start wrecking house. And then the guy just looks at him and he's like, this is the way. I was like,
well, and that's the thing, man. It's that like, I love that brotherhood, that like connection. Cause it's like, he stepped over a line, man. You know what I mean? He did something he shouldn't probably have done.
Yes.
But they're still like, don't worry about it, dude.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because this is the way.
Right.
We got you back, man. We're not going to.
You weren't supposed to do this. You did everything wrong, but you know what? You're still one of us.
So one of us, and we got to have your back. It's like family, dude.
Yeah. You know? But that's just that scene, man. I absolutely surefire lost it.
Yep. Now, Baby Yoda.
The child.
I'm
going to call him Baby Yoda. I don't care what you say.
I'm calling Baby Yoda all day long, man, because it's Baby Yoda. Now, how do you feel about the Baby Yoda thing? Like,
I love it.
The craze right now.
I love it.
Yeah,
I was addicted to it. As soon as I saw Baby Yoda, I was like,
Anybody that tells me they don't like Baby Yoda, they're lying, dude.
They're lying. There is no way you can look at those little and the ears and the fact that they made it a puppet.
Yeah.
And it's not all CGI.
Yeah. Which I think was awesome.
Awesome.
I think it's awesome because let's face it, in the prequels, all that CGI Yoda,
it's not as good.
It's not as good. I'm not saying, I mean, they did a heck of a job. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. But it's not the same. It doesn't feel the same. And like, it's a good puppet. It's not a bad puppet.
Right.
And like it looks real, but it's done the old school way. And it just has so much emotion in it.
Yep.
And I can't wait to watch the making of, because the way they shot that, like most of that is giant LED screens behind them. Like none of that was shot on set. Like, so when they're like in the desert and they show these big desert landscapes, there's like this big 3D dome that goes around them. Really? And then they've got sand on the ground and everything. And then they project the background of what they're shooting behind them.
Okay.
And like, it was like a way they could do all this to save money without having to go to all these crazy locations.
Right.
But it's seamless. You can't tell.
I wouldn't have known, dude, unless you just said what. Obviously, you just said it,
dude. I saw the pictures from it where they show it, and it's just like, holy cow! How did they pull that off? And it's so cool. They're doing a whole series on it called The Mandalorian Disney Gallery, and it comes out on May the 4th.
May the 4th, baby.
May the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna try and get one of those keys. I've never done any of the Disney Store keys because.
So how long is that?
It's been going on forever.
Has it really? I know
there's so many of them, and I'm like one of those people who, like, if I can't collect a series of something, it would annoy me that I don't have all of them. But I don't care because this one's the Star Wars one.
Well, because it's and there's not like there's like 12 different.
There's 12 different Star Wars ones.
Right.
So, but I need that in my life, so I'm going to be up at like whatever time it is to try and order that online.
Okay, so it's virtual or whatever.
Yeah, because they can't. None of the Disney. It used to be you'd have to go to the Disney stores, wait in line. The first 50 people or whatever at each Disney store would get a ticket.
Gotcha.
And then you'd be able to purchase one. But I guess it's going to have to be all online now because nothing's open, which is going to literally crash everything.
Oh yeah, kind of like the unemployment down here, but that's another story.
That's a whole other story. Don't even. Oh god! Well, this was fun, man.
This was fun. My god,
we could deep dive Star Wars one day. Then I could just talk Star Wars all day.
But anybody needs to watch the Mandalorian.
Yeah, if I feel bad because I know that I don't feel as bad now because I know the English, the UK people got it. They finally got Disney Plus.
Oh, they didn't have.
They recently got it. Like I think last month was when Disney Plus made it to the UK and was released over there. So like I felt bad because every time I would want to talk about Little Big Vlogs, or would be like, "Shut up, we haven't seen it, we don't have it yet," and I felt terrible. But now they have it. I can feel okay. I'm like, no, you have to talk about it. So you said you started trying to watch Clone Wars, right?
Yes, I'm on episode 5 right now.
I got season 1.
Yeah, I got a ways to go, man.
There's 7 seasons, and I forget how many episodes there are, like 20 or something per.
Yeah, I didn't even look.
Per season. It's quite a bit.
But it's awesome, man.
It's awesome. I love that show, man. It's because where it's set, it's like right between the end of the prequels and kind of like the beginning of the movie. So there's like so much stuff they get into that like explains stuff. And they've got like Obi-Wan and like Anakin doing the things. And there's like all the Jedi. Oh, I love it.
But it feels like, they have like in that time period that they have a lot of space to move around and do a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah, because there's a big window, but now like this last season that they're on right now, they are literally right up to the part of Order 66.
Okay.
So like it's literally going to run up to the exact portion where that's going to connect to the movie, which is going to be freaking awesome.
All right. Well, if you get to that, don't tell me what happened.
I won't tell you anything, I promise. But because they've got the character Ahsoka Tano, who's become very, very popular, and she's going to be in The Mandalorian season 2.
Okay.
And like she's Anakin's Padawan that he took on to train, and like has become a very important character in the lore, and it's going to be awesome.
No, I gotta get cracking on watching them, man. It's only so much time in a day, you know.
I know, and then like I'll find myself like sometimes I binge shows and it's bad. I'll find myself at like 3 a.m. and I'm still here staring at my phone, like trying to finish the one last episode of something. I just did that with I finished all of the last episodes of Homecoming or Homeland because I was watching that. Mm-hmm. They just finished that series.
Yeah.
So I had to watch to the end.
Oh yeah. No, that was like I also was watching a show called The Frankenstein Chronicles.
Never heard of that one.
On Netflix. On Netflix.
Netflix, okay.
Dude, it's so awesome. There's 2 seasons, and it was something like it got filmed in 2015. They did 2 seasons, and then somehow Netflix picked it up. Now everybody loves it, and they are potentially going to make a season 3 to
really wrap everything up. I love how Netflix does that, where they swing in and pick up shows that haven't been like they did that with Designated Survivor. They gave it a final season.
Yeah, man. No, it's really smart because I'm telling you right now, the Frankenstein Chronicles.
I've been looking for a new show to watch, so I'm gonna have to watch this.
Absolutely amazing for me. It's definitely my style. It has Sean
Connery.
Talk about coming around full circle.
Are you Frankenstein? Miss Moneypenny. I do a horrible Sean Connery.
Oh, that was a good one. Well, that was Sean Connery being Frankenstein.
Yes, there you go. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's the guy Sean Bean or Bean.
We love Little Big Vlogs too, Sammy.
Yes, we do. I know. It must be really late right now.
It's super late for them over there. Yeah.
4 in the
morning. They've got a baby, so a brand new baby, so they're not sleeping. Period.
Yeah,
I remember those times.
I do, and I don't miss them.
No,
I barely get sleep as it is. You know.
I know.
God, but yeah, no, definitely check out Frankenstein Chronicles, though, dude.
I'm gonna have to get in on that one.
On Netflix, really cool.
All right, well, I think we've been going for like an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah. Wow, hour and 31 minutes. That's not bad.
No, thanks for hanging out with us, everybody.
Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. Make sure you subscribe to Drew
and Dad.
To Dad.
There.
Check us out. He's got a bunch of baking vlogs he's been doing. I got a bunch of food vlogs coming out. I'll probably do another vlog on some of my collection behind me. I did one on the ships of the Star Wars collection I have.
Which is awesome. You need to check it out. I watched it the other day.
So I'll do one of some of my more obscure stuff like the Back to the Future Pepsi bottle that Drew saw back there and some of my other more obscure stuff. But that was a fun night of conversation, man. It felt like we got to go to Disney, and I felt like we all need a little bit of that right now in our lives.
Yep.
And really looking forward to eventually getting back to the parks and actually hanging out with this guy.
Yeah, I know.
And doing stuff. I'll have him over, cook some food. We'll do some stuff, and don't worry, the Dad and Drew show will go on.
Yes, it will. We're not gonna give up.
I think we'll do this thing again next Wednesday. Wednesdays at 8 seems like a pretty good time. We'll try to pencil that in as our schedule. Yeah. And we'll figure out what we're going to do next week. Maybe we'll go over and do some Epcot stuff. Like I said, I've got the Soarin' ride. Maybe we'll go ride Soarin' next week and talk about Epcot.
Yeah. And you guys come up with while
anything you guys got, talk about it. If we want to do, you want foods at Epcot, whatever. Doesn't even have to be Disney stuff. We'll talk about anything. We'll talk food, whatever.
Yeah. Like we just went off on a tangent on Star Wars tonight. So
guys, there's 2 things you need to know. The first thing is there's only one way to live, and that's
in the moment. And also, Dad doesn't do outros.
So that's it. Bye.